Hey, how's everybody doing? Just sitting here, just looking at the, I guess as the world turns, and we finishing up so-called Black History Month. I know they got a Savior's Day right now. That's coming up at 2 o'clock at the Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock Central, whatever, and a couple other things. So I guess that's the best thing when you move people, you can see black people because I ain't last couple 24 hours. I ain't been seeing nothing but people talk about pray for Ukraine and all. So what's all this about, man? You know, what, I ain't never heard of such foolishness. hmm Yeah, yeah, never heard of such foolishness. So, but um, I don't know. It's interesting. Something's wrong. I don't know what's going on with people. I don't know if people on another stratosphere. Right? You know, so it is what it is. Um, I don't know how you. I don't know. I don't know if it's in life we live, whatever. Are we living in some what's going on, man? I think we live in some dystopia or something. I mean, the best thing I saw yesterday probably was the CPAC conference. To be honest with you, you know, all other stuff really don't matter. Um, it's just very disingenuous what's going on right now. I've never seen so much stuff going on. Um, Not at one time, and I just can't figure it out. So I can't explain it. I mean, it's like a state of emergency type thing. It's really like a state of emergency going on, and I can't figure it out. I know see the gas prices going up. I've been in New York. That's almost $4. One station in California, $6. I can't tell you what's going on. I mean, if you want me to tell you, you got to talk to people that's experienced the same thing I'm experiencing. I see this Ukraine Russia thing, and actually, it's a clip on BitChute that could be talking about this thing that's cleaning out a video game. It looked like it's a scene out of a video game for real. I just can't tell you what's going on. I haven't even put all the ins and outs of it. So, with that being said, and everything is by design, one way or other. Who benefiting from all these distractions? The media is, because they're getting to write a story. Um, I did see some things that Trump said last night that were very interesting when he was on the CPAC conference. But everybody seems to be so um, worried. I mean, like, what are you worried for? But worried about this global reset they're trying to do. This, yeah, that's right, great reset. Because I did see them was talking about a cyber thing earlier. They talking about these cyber attacks. Could be ain't no Russia hacking no damn cyber. That's dag on them doing it. They just trying to make it give you a distraction, talking about Russia creating some cyber attack. Come on, man. Y'all never heard of the wag the dog, man. Otherwise, I'll probably recap. I did go to Baltimore, get the CIAA out there, and I was out there, um, you know, for one day, and I did see some things. I did see how the mayor has his name on the building and tell you wear a mask when you go in the building. But however, I don't understand that because daggone, when I went party, I went in, but they had a mask on. So that was even more funny to me anyway. I don't know. I mean, I was out last night. I see 339. Then the next thing I come back and the gas 350. You know, did it go 11? What does it go up in the dark of the night or go up in the dark of the morning? I don't know. So I don't know. I'm just this was just a lot of contradictions here. Man, I don't really know what's going on, but just life, man. I'm not here to figure it all out, but I'm here to give you a perspective on what you should be doing. Yes, it's called Cyber Polygon. I've read the operation. But one thing about the Russian thing, even the Russian thing is not what you're talking about, because Ukraine is one of the biggest places over there in that part of Europe for sex trafficking and human trafficking. So, and they did talk about bringing some Ukrainian refugees over here. So, when you destroy a country or something happens, you're always going to bring the refugees back. That's just common sense. But nobody's paying attention to that. And that's very hypocritical of them, because when the people say it's enough, I had enough. When I was coming back from Baltimore, I did see the truckers convoy. Probably I think I saw it. I mean, maybe that's why the navigation sent me to go down 295 instead of telling me to go to 95 South. So that's that though. The convoy's coming. Nancy Pelosi did say that they got plenty of security this time, which is very funny that she letting you know that, but she couldn't tell you about security for January the 6th. So what's going on there? I'm not sure. Don't you think that's kind of odd that you got that going on January 6th, right? Okay. So, I mean, it's a lot of contradictions, but you got the gate going up and all that stuff, but the State of the Union is Tuesday. What's going on here, man? I mean, really? Maybe I'm the one living in an alternate universe. Maybe they're smart and I'm not. Okay. Or maybe we're smart and they're not. But, I'm not sure. I thought I was sure, but hey, man, what do I know? I'm just BJ, and these guys are ruling the world with neo-Nazis from the Ukraine. Of course it's full of neo-Nazis. What did you think it was? But Putin has it's definitely gonna be a false flag during the trucker convoy, because that's when they might pull out the side pulling us. They're using that to try to get into find your political donations. That's what they did in Canada. They actually did do that. They actually checked people's bank accounts and stuff. That's what they did. So, but that's just the way it goes, man. And I'm not sure how we can avoid all these psyops. Now, spring is coming. The CDC just told you the other day that they would not give you information because they think you're too stupid to understand information. They said, we don't want to give you information because it could be misinterpreted. That's not for you to decide. That's for me to figure out. That's why I didn't get mad when Joe Rogan called out Bill Gates. Why are you giving out health advice, Bill Gates? Look at you. You don't look particularly healthy. Yeah. Of course, Putin ain't all they're saying he is. Putin does not want the New World Order. That's one thing. Some people are against this New World Order. We should be. As a matter of fact, the book's right here. New World Order. Right here. Yeah. As a matter of fact, on chapter 32, it has Russian laws on it. But so that's one thing in there. You're right, Frank. We have been called. And it tells you on chapter 16, Karl Marx was a Satanist. It tells you on chapter 16, page 118. One of these individuals was Karl Marx, the so-called founder of communism. Mr. Marx had been born into a religious family. His family was Jewish and he converted to Christianity shortly before his birth. Karl was later baptized in the Protestant faith. Okay. He also says it holds that no one really knows why wars, depressions, and inflations happen. They just do. The opposing view of history is called the conspiratorial view of history. This view holds that the major events of the past have happened by design. People plan wars, depressions, inflations, and revolutions years in advance. I mean, they kind of tell you what's going on right here in the book. So that's about Karl Marx, though. Chapter 15 of the New World is called the Illuminati. And it starts off the thought that there have been people actually planning the major events of the future in a harmful way has often been expressed by some of the world leaders. One instance was Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of England during World War II. He also wrote about what he had discovered when he made his public view, when he made his views public in a London newspaper in 1920. This has always been going on. Spartacus was a code name that Adams Westport, the founder of the Illuminati, used inside the organization. Karl Marx, the so-called father of communism. The French Revolution was in 1789, and many historians have concluded the Illuminati formulated with the goal of putting their fellow member of the Illuminati, Duke New Orleans, on the throne of France. I mean, this is actually, got some stuff in here. You got some gems in this book. This is chapter 15, page 104 and 105. So, and then, you have the Son of Light. Chapter 10 is about becoming a god. So this is very interesting. Chapter 9 is about Lucifer worship. I mean, I can't read this whole book to y'all in one. Chapter 5 is secret society, see? So when you're looking in the book, they're kind of giving you the information right there. I mean, it's right here in front of you, man. Everything is at your fingertips, and it's on your fingertips, on the phone, on the book. There's no reason why nobody should know this information. Sorry. That's just the way it goes. But I'm just giving it to you what it is. So, yes, Frederick Gates, his father, was also evil. But you have to understand what's really going on. A lot of things going on. But I was waiting on, one person show up, but this was Fair Use of Recording Act of 1976. All information is there to be educational. I want you to hear this. Cybersecurity alert.
Major headlines talking about cybersecurity attacks. This is very interesting because of the timing that the narrative is being built. The World Economic Forum in the past has been very vocal about warning us as far as the cybersecurity attack, where everything would halt, including the internet, and these would be the first stages of a great reset. Listen to this very interesting clip from Fox Business on cyber threats.
We prepared for a cyber invasion of the U.S. President Biden sure seems to think so. Watch.
If Russia pursues cyber attacks against our companies, our critical infrastructure, we are prepared to respond. For months, we've been working closely with the private sector to harden our cyber defenses, sharpen our ability to respond to Russian cyber attacks as well.
That's interesting. So why haven't we launched any cyber attacks on Russia yet? And if Russia targets the U.S., what is the best way for us to respond?
This paradigm shift to digital has made the role of cybersecurity as a global public good even more pronounced. It serves as an enabler for business continuity and the silver thread for our connectivity. The third greatest concern for companies worldwide is the increase of cyber attacks. We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
This is exactly what they have to do. In order to begin a great reset, you need to bring down the financial institutions. If Russia does a cyber security attack on the United States financial institutions, it would completely tear down the entire economy and the dollar along with it. And that would be a reason for the World Economic Forum to take action, a lot of these globalists, with introducing the new financial infrastructure for the future, for the fourth industrial revolution. This is not conspiracy. This is a lot of fact that is telling us where we are going. So you need to be prepared.
So that was about the thing about cybersecurity and stuff. But you heard it for yourself. I mean, this ain't no speculation, man. I mean, I remember last week they sent me an email talking about the bank is down or something like that. Some crazy stuff. You know how it goes. So that's just the way it goes, man, you know. So, but Kowal Swab is really running the game right there. So, okay. I got something else to say. C19 clinic closed at Sherwood Shopping Center closes as attention shifts to mobile clinics. Okay, let me say this one more time. This for the people in the back. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing nonprofit education. Personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you very much for putting that in there.
Changes to let you know about when it comes to a community COVID-19 vaccination center in the area. The site located in the Sherwood Shopping Center in Newport News will no longer be putting shots in arms, at least not at that location. They're switching their focus to more of a mobile clinic to help people in underserved areas. 10 on your sides, Aisha Tolliver has more on the change.
What used to be a parking lot filled with cars as folks rushed to get their shots is now practically empty. Saturday was the last day of operation for the Community Vaccination Center at Sherwood Shopping Center in Newport News. Virginia Department of Health officials say the demand has decreased as more people are fully vaccinated and the vaccine is widely available. Officials say it's been a successful ride. 16,500 shots have been administered since it opened at the shopping center. However, closing shop here doesn't mean their mission to get shots in arms will stop. VDH officials say their focus will shift now to its mobile program. This in an effort to provide COVID-19 vaccines to people in areas where access is more challenging. If you're in the area and still need to get vaccinated, though, you can still go to clinics at the Hampton and Peninsula Health Districts. Those clinics are open Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Appointments are encouraged, but walk-ins are accepted. In Newport News, I'm Aisha Tolliver, and on your side.
Now, that was really for people back home. You know, that's about an hour from me. But I found out, I just happened to see that. That was really for more people back home. So when one plan fails, you go to cyber attack. Next thing we will go to dogs and cats and stuff and all that. So you know, it is what it is. I want to thank the brother Howard for talking about he wanted to send me some merch or something like that. So it is what it is. I'll get that from him sooner or later. Yeah, but they're gonna ease up on that too, brother. Just relax. Gonna ease up on that too, brother. They don't believe it, man. That's why they closing up shop. 16,000 isn't really a lot compared to that area. I've been down there. I know what it is. Make sure you have some flashlights, candles, just a way to cook the food. Keep some cash on hand. Keep your field teams filled and ammo stocked up. You're right. All that is good information. You're right about that, sir. That is actually great information to keep in line. Now, I understand. I've been seeing people talk about a lot of food in this Tyler Perry's movie and all this other stuff. I'm like, why are we wasting our time talking about some Tyler Perry, man? You think I really want to talk about a man and damn dress, man? One thing Trump did say last night when he was at that CPAC thing, he talked about basically, hey, when he talked about how things are going with the men want to participate in women's sports and all that stuff. So, and he talked about the parents are winning, and parents are winning right now on the front of education. So it's always good when parents win, because they win, the next generation will win if you keep it up. When I was out the other day, I was out and I realized that the music today, it really doesn't beat on a scale of 1 to 10 when you listen to a lot of old school classic like Ready for the World and other things like that. I'm just bringing up some things that just happened. And I realized that I'm so glad I was born in 1987 instead of 1999 and 1997. They got to finish G-Omni injection resistors. World War III is a part of that. They're going to circle back to gene therapy. Oh, they definitely going to come back with it. They come back around the horn now, brother. I believe that. As a matter of fact, Mr. Gates said that if you do what Australia did, you wouldn't have these problems. That's what he said. That's Bill Gates saying that. Yeah. He said that's how you stop infection. I said, good. Leave, man. I don't know why he's saying that. They're gonna circle back. But World War III would not be fought on the ground. What the fuck is? Let me see this man coming on with me. Who he's invited? Yeah, we gotta get this thing going, man. I know. Man, this thing crazy, man. It's all right. But look, that just go to show you. Yeah, it's a part of that. It is a part. And everybody playing their part too. They playing this script like a well-oiled machine. Oh yeah, I gotta bring up something about the. Somebody did ask me to speak on this Supreme Court judge. Well, you already know she got a white Jewish guy, whatever. Actually, she got a lot of history too, man. I went and looked at her background. She got family members that's white all the way back to the 1700s and stuff, man. In the early 1800s and 1930s and stuff, like 1900s, something like that. So I saw that. I read about her bio and background. She's got an interesting background. But she kind of like, we prop up somebody look black, but really, guess what? This person there got a white that. So who really zooming who here? I'm looking at it like that. They zooming me on you because you got a facsimile, but you ain't got. Yeah. I can't do it. She's a dark-skinned Kama Sutra Harris. But she's something, ain't she, man? I hate to say it, Kamala probably look better than her, but hey, what it is. I thought it was Shaq, man, but I ain't gonna be on here too long, though. Got an hour, I gotta go get the car fixed and stuff, Hannibal, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, was supposed to be Shaq. One thing I'll say about DeSantis, though, Frank, is that the only thing I like about him is that daggone, he's showing you that Cuban can get in, and they got more Hispanic support among the White House. They got more Hispanic support coming in than the Republican Party than ever before. So that's another thing. Another thing they're talking about is Ukraine thing. They're trying to bring Ukrainian refugees into the country. Anytime you have a war going on, you know you take on their refugees. So they bring in more people to replace you. The Office of New Americans, man, you might need to find out that they got anything on the waiting list for the Office of Old Americans. Because you ain't getting a goddamn thing. You might get a condom. You know, the FDA approved anal condoms for the first time this week. You might get a condom or something like that. They did approve an anal condom this week for the FDA for the first time ever for anal sex. So that was that. But that's about it. Nothing more, no less. You know, I just think about that, man. In a way, man. You know, what y'all trying to prove by promoting anal sex, man? Dang, these some sick people, man. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, you know, shit. That's one thing I never thought about, even, you know, a woman asking you to do that. I never thought about doing no shit like that, man. So, I don't know. But too late, Monique, to see. They bringing them in like it ain't. Should they be coming through your front door? They're actually asking people to take on people's homeless populations right now. Yeah, but, you know, they're asking people to do it. Matter of fact, the Democrats tell you they love the homeless, but they closing down homeless shelters around the country. Hold on. Every year, man. I've been on it. You said Messenger. All right. Yeah. It is falling. It's falling like patty cakes, man. You know, I had a bagel this morning, but it might be like a falling cake. The thing falling down and down and down and down and down and round and back again. Yeah, you know. Nah, man, he all right. He all right, man. Don't worry about Hannibal. I'm going to bring you on the show soon, too. We got to talk about some things, you know. Okay. Okay. But, you know, Junior, you right. You said the jazz was the best thing invented. Best thing invented for who? It's not the best thing invented for nobody. Also, I want people to watch out for this universal income program they've been talking about around the country. They're giving like $500, you know, to sometime $1,000, you know, to make sure that you get into the program. Universal basic income is a big part of this program now. Don't get me wrong. They want the socialist project to work. So we're going to give it to poor mothers. And we say it's got no strings attached, but all the strings are attached. The digital driver license that Florida just passed has an option to show proof of vaccination. They've been talking about the digital ID too the last couple of weeks too. They've been talking about the digital ID. I was watching something on that the other day. when I woke up in the morning, I was watching that digital ID thing they were trying to do. Sponsored by the World Economic Forum, to be honest with you. Ain't that something? Okay. I think where we going here. Let's get the actor. He was on WWF. Look at this thing. This lady always send me some good information. Okay. Trying to find out what's going on here with this. On all this agenda here. We're all about on board with the agenda. And the ones that not get called out. Kind of like what's that one name? If you're not gonna you say something against the Jewish empire, you know, you could be in trouble. Hey Shaq, man, check the link in your messaging so you can come on the video. Check the link in your message so you come on the video. I was actually telling you to get on the video. I wasn't actually telling you to be in the chat. But yeah. I mean, that's all right if you do. If you're in the chat, it's fine. Like I said, I ain't got nothing but probably go about 30 more minutes, whatever. I gotta get some stuff done. But I just want people to be careful and watch what they're doing. Because there will be some pain coming around this summer. As far as gas, food, everything. So they're telling you raise the price of wages, but they're not. You know, there's no price on wages when everything is going up. That's kind of like I raised it up to give you a make you feel like you're doing something, but you're really not. Because everything is going up, nothing's coming down. So, you know, that's not good. Now, the Durham report did come out. I wanted to say that was a distraction from the Durham report also. So, Central Bank of Argentina prepares new regulations for digital wallets. So just remember, so they are making digital wallets right now. That's another thing. The World Health Organization is making moves on an international passport right there, where you can't see it on the phone. Wells Fargo customers lose thousands through a Zelle scam after scammers pose as bank employees. Auto dealers say the industry continues to be stalled by computer chip shortages. Let me tell you something, man. Let me say something about that. Auto dealers say the industry continues to be stalled by computer shortages. Yes, that's bull crap. Because if you really believe that they got a computer shortage, something is wrong with you. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, got some supposedly LGBTQ people on his staff. You got an LGBTQ staff, and they're telling him that they want him to drop these guys because they're against He's against LGBTQ, so he's got himself in a little pickle. But what he did there, they want him. Biden facing investigation on $87 million migrant hotel housing contract. They are giving money to these people to keep on. They are providing cover for what happened. 47 million migrant hotel housing contract. So yeah, that's right. They're trying to get a housing contract going. That's good. That's right. I want to point that out. YouTube is blocking Russian TV. YouTube is blocking Russian TV and banning information. They're good, and I actually look at that site sometimes. They go to show you that they don't want no information that's contrary with it. Yeah, I need Darius on. Yeah, yeah. He'll get on. I don't mind. Come on. Well, maybe not right now because we got things, we got to cover, but he can get on. Ain't no problem with that. And if you want to stay in the background, that's fine. He drops enough information in the chat right now. Thank you, man. Oh, man. Dang, man.
Yo, there we go. Yeah, I was looking for the link. Yeah.
It was in the chat, but it said somebody invite you to Messenger too.
I don't know why that is. Because I tried to pull it up. It wasn't on the Messenger. I don't know why that
is. Russian TV is better than most American news media. So that's probably why they don't. That's why they probably blocking the channel.
Damn. Say word. I said, say word. They blocking the channels now.
One thing I want to say though. Now I was looking at the other day. I was talking about Bill Gates here, and I forgot Bill Gates had an interview with the MVP at the All-Star game, Steph Curry. I did happen to see that. Like, why does Bill Gates have an interview with Steph Curry?
Bill Gates. Well, hey, what we know now, some of these people, man, celebrities, they are they don't donate money to these some of these organizations and stuff behind the scenes, man.
We have propaganda, and propaganda is perpetrated by who? The Nazis. So just think of that when you're thinking about propaganda. Propaganda gives you a perception, but it's not real news. So there you go. Just point that out to you, man. The word propaganda. So what you're saying, Steph Curry? Yeah, Steph Curry. He had an interview with Bill Gates. You can look it up. It was last year. I just happened to see it, man. Yeah, I mean, you can pull it up right now on YouTube if you want to.
Yeah, the interviews. Yeah, so Bill Gates interviewed him, or he interviewed Bill Gates on the platform.
It doesn't matter which way it goes. They were in it. They were talking to each other about health. I don't care who's who.
About health, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up right now. Matter of fact, when I'm thinking about it, I ain't gonna play it, but
that's what I'm saying. So how is this guy maneuvering around and talking about health when he?
Well, that's what Joe Rogan said. Joe Rogan had a podcast obviously the other day, and he said that Bill Gates got man boobs and a gut. He said you can get any trainer you want in your life, but you goddamn telling people how to have health, and you don't even look healthy yourself.
Say word. Damn.
That came out of the news media. Hold on. So, because somebody posted about Joe Rogan saying that. Hold on for a minute. On Steph Curry YouTube page, right there, that's Steph Curry and that's Bill Gates. Steph Curry's best job, Bill Gates' best job interview answers in COVID-19 update. State of inspiration with Steph Curry. That's Steph Curry and that's Bill Gates right there. Yep. Right there. No, I didn't. I didn't watch Joe Rogan. Some people were talking about it. And I didn't know, you know, I don't watch Joe Rogan at all. I mean, I know he's on Spotify, but if he's on and the media bring it up, I have to go back and look and see what he's talking about on that. So he did make a point about Gates. I mean, we've been saying the same thing, but hey, he did make a point. Like Trump brought up Joe Rogan last night in the daggone speech, and he said that daggone, like he said, you're trying to cancel people. Cancel culture is Marxism. So regardless of whether I like Joe Rogan or not, you know, I can't support any type of cancel culture. Because I know that they tried to cancel me, so and they tried to cancel all us for real. Either you're for the jab or you're not. Either they can cancel you or they can count you. Either they're gonna cancel you or they're gonna cancel you in existence or they're gonna cancel you out of existence. Matter of fact, they're trying to cancel us out of existence. That's the worst part. Right? I mean, if that's the case, can we cancel Tyler Perry and all these other foolishness people? Right? You can't cancel them. They're not cancelable, right? You can put up dumb stuff and have women talking about listening to Medea and shit. Right?
You want to cancel Tyler Perry?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that daggone. Look, I'm just saying that if they can cancel us for what I'm saying, why can't they be canceled for the action? We just telling information. They're actually doing things. I'm just telling you.
That's true.
But I don't have to cancel Tyler Perry because I'm not looking at the Medea movie. See, I cancel you by not going to your establishment. I cancel you by not watching your stuff. That's all. That's very easy to do.
Yeah. A lot of us cancel each other out anyway because we don't participate. We're not unified like that to spend our dollars with each other. That's why I say we $1 trillion spending, but we don't hold no work, no wealth, no value. In
hey,
our
you know what?
so-called black community.
Pioneer. I'm gonna give you another good hour to get because I've almost been on for an hour and I got to get some work done on the car and stuff. But you can go back and rewatch this because I brought up some points earlier. But I did bring up the Savior's Day address because they call it the Swan Song, and I probably, when my car's getting work done, I'm probably gonna look at it in the house because I'm giving the guy my car and they're gonna fix it. If they're not fix it, it's getting like the oil valve cover gas to fix or something like that. So But nevertheless, I do thank you for coming on as well. But yeah, we do cancel each other out a lot on some things as well, and we got to stop doing that. We got to call out what's wrong, and we got to call out what's right. You right?
I got a call coming in. Dang, man. Okay. Dang, man. I got to jump off right quick.
You know what, Hannibal? Let me say something, yo. I got to talk about that. Y'all just reminded me. So I was in the gym yesterday. I was in the sauna, and this white guy was in there talking. And I know he liked the the Washington football team. They call it the Commanders, right? So he says, he comes and says, I said, well, how you think the Commanders gonna do this season? Because I know he liked them. He said, well, I'm not really watching it because I'm not into political statements and stuff like that. So so he said, when you try to make political statements, that's when you lose your sport. Look at the Olympics and ratings, and everything like that. So he did bring that up. So he did bring that up, and I said, what do you think about Enes Kanter? He said Enes Kanter should never been suspended from the NBA for what he said. So he did bring all that up. So that's kind of interesting. So we talked about a lot of things. But he also said taking down all the statues and things is not going to do anything. And then 20 years later, children are not going to know what happened in history. And I totally agree with him on that because I said, look, I've been saying the same thing. I've been telling us not to take these statues and stuff. But I'm letting him talk and say what he got to say. I'm listening to see how he's going to play this. But he really did talk about political statements and changing names of teams and monuments and all that. One statue ain't done nothing to you. You know, so that's true too. That's why I wouldn't probably talk about it. I mean, you know, if you come up, yeah, you know, hey, never see what they got, but try to get their initiative. Get you fired. And they could get him fired, but you know what? Hey, always try to get on their mind too, as well. But sometimes let them talk. They can dig the grave for themselves. Remember that. So and I agree, Hannibal, with that. And sometimes on the job, you have to find out the intelligent people that daggone almost think like you as well. You have to do that. You got to find out the people on that.
Yeah, man.
Well, I will say this, Pioneer. Daggone, I had two other guys in there. But usually when I talk about these political conversations in the locker room, the black people do run from me. So that is a problem that we do have too, because they don't want to get into conversation. You know,
don't you think that's weird though, Bernard? They don't want to have a conversation, but they probably most likely vote though, right? Faithfully, probably. Most
you
likely.
know what? It's kind of funny. I was in the gym yesterday talking with two black guys, matter of fact, and they talking about back in the day, reading was of the essence. How you used to have an encyclopedia. I used to have encyclopedias. Matter of fact, my great aunt gave me some books the other day on etiquette and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, these guys talking about reading, but they probably voting. But if you talking about reading and you talking about, they said the daggone, a lot of people don't read no more. They say, well, I heard it on the news. Well, you need to read what you did. He said back in the day, you didn't have a phone. You had to go to the library to get your information. Correct. You want to research them, you had to go to the library. Remember that, Shaq?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's what the guy was talking about. But I'm sitting now, I should have asked this guy, who did you vote for though? Because show me who you vote for, show you ain't reading like you say you reading either. So don't come. I should have asked them, but I was letting them older gentlemen talk that day. Because one of my elders told me to start letting older people tell me their stories and then coming back on it in the later factor now. See what they see, learn their experiences, and then I'm still got to try to give them some information in the back end, but learn their experiences. Because their experience was different, and our experience would be different than somebody that's 20 years younger than us as well. Actually, about 10 years younger than you now. I forget I'm 34. Talking to somebody at 21, I feel like I'm in a time warp sometimes. Just talking to these people.
Well, let me pose this question and ask, because I'm always coming from the standpoint, like you said, what you just said, Bernard, with us, I'm being 40, you 34, about to be 35. Okay, I always say one of our things is we need to start getting the people younger, the youth, involved in these conversations and talking points, early, because they're going to be the next 30 and 40-year-olds, right? That's funny. I say that all the time, but my son, I was with him yesterday. We went to Academy of Sports to go buy him some dumbbells or whatever, and we were having these conversations like we talking now, and he mentioned. And it was funny that he said that. I was like, wow. Now, he said that us as black folks are the most ununified race of people in the world. Then this coming from a 15-year-old, right? What you think about that?
You got a smart son.
Because I was finna, you know me, I always like to contest him. I was finna contest and say, I started going through my brain like, hold on. We got Asian people, we got Mexican people, we got Puerto Rican, Cuban. I said, damn, he might be right. Man, that's shocking. It's really horrifying, for real, that we supposed to be this far along, have so many people that's educated, intelligent people, but the simplest thing is unifying, and we haven't even conquered that yet. The unification. That's the least you can do. That don't cost nothing.
We are too emotional. That is a problem with me. I'm gonna tell y'all something that happened at the party the other day when I was at too. But go ahead, Hannah. How you doing, sir?
Hold on.
Well, let me go ahead and say it right quick, then. Let me go ahead and say it for because I'm gonna let Hannibal speak on this point. I was at this event the other day, and I was talking to a lady out there. She was older than you, Shaq. She's 44, so I was just sitting there, just chilling, right? And she asked me what my name was. Kept on getting my name. She kept on calling me JB. I said, no, my name is BJ. Stop calling me JB. You know what I'm saying? And then she just asked me how old I was, and it was kind of cool. I said, I told her I'm 34. She was like, where are you from and all that stuff? Like, look, I'm just a little bit chilling, right? So she comes and says, she says, she said, I would talk to you, but my friends are, my friends are with me, and I wouldn't give you my phone number, off merit because they would say something, but if I met you out in the public, I would give it to you. Well, first of all, I didn't ask you. But it was kind of funny that she told me I was 10 years older than her. But, she was 10 years older than me. And she told me this. I'm just chilling, just eating it up. But I'm like, okay, what are you saying? Like, what are you, like, telling me something? Are you trying to give me a retrospect here or something? But, it was just an interesting conversation because I don't think back in the day, I don't think they would tell you that. I think they would just do it. But she didn't want to let her girlfriends know about it, right? So I'm like, okay, like this goes in the thing of like not cancel culture per se, but it goes more into that public shaming thing. You always worry about what somebody else thinks. But I didn't ask you though. That's the thing. Why you telling me?
Yeah, it's pure pressure. It's pure pressure, and that woman is lost. And whatever man marry her or deal with her, is gonna be hell to pay. So She's going to drive him up the wall. She's done for. It's a wrap for her. Her life over
Go
with.
ahead, how you doing, sir?
But yeah,
Salute,
I'm
y'all.
here.
What's good?
What's good? What's good? I just been, falling back, but I've been listening to, a lot of stuff been going on. This whole Russian and Ukraine thing is it's interesting, but at the same time, I just look at it from a different point of view. That's not my business.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't think we shouldn't be so concerned with it. And why I'm saying we shouldn't be concerned with it because, at the end of the day, we don't have a dog in that fight, right? We didn't pick these leaders. We don't make any laws or nothing. I think it's not that I think we should be focusing on ourselves and family at this point. I mean, why I don't understand this way of thinking with black people. The gas prices don't mean nothing. You can't do nothing about it. And if you have an issue with the gas prices, then walk to work and just walk to where you gotta go. The gas prices shouldn't be an excuse on the reason why you focusing on what's going on with the Ukraine and the Russians. And Russians are white people. I just need for people to understand that. They don't consider themselves white or European. So when I'm sitting back and I'm looking at everybody, I'm like, what's the big deal? Because at the end of the day, when the Ukrainians come over here in America, they're going to go at you. They don't like you. People don't understand that these people are conditioned to hate black people. But you're concerned about what's going on with Putin and the Ukrainians. Nobody cares about us at the end of the day. Let the white people fight each other and kill each other. Them gas prices, like I said, if you got an issue with the gas prices, park your car and walk to work. You can't do nothing about this. And that's not even important anyway. Why is gas prices important to you? How do you benefit from the gas prices going up or down?
Nope.
No, that's why I'm confused on I love my people, but y'all piss me off, man. And sometimes I gotta take it.
You're right. You're so right, because I'm willing to bet you in a couple of days I'm gonna start seeing somebody with a bumper sticker that says what? Pray for Ukraine.
And the Ukraine, listen.
That's not gonna be like, let's go, Brandon.
Listen, BJ, the Ukrainians have neighborhoods in this country.
Of course they do.
They don't like black people. They don't care what's going on with us. So why do we care about them? If we used to get wiped off this planet, you think the Ukrainians would get on Facebook talking about some poor black people? The white people wiped them off this earth. They don't care. But we don't. But see, what our attitude is, we feel as though we need to be compassionate and empathetic to everybody else. But then when it comes to us, we talk down on each other. The women talk hella shit about us. The black men talk shit about the black women. We got all this beef and smoke with each other. But when it comes to other groups of people, now we want to show everybody that we human beings and that we care about people. And it's annoying as hell. I'm gonna keep it above. I don't care about them. Listen, World War I and World War II was about white people trying to wipe each other off this planet for freaking natural resources and control of territories. So if World War III happens, let that shit happen. Mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you, black man and black woman. You see that stupid black woman on TikTok? She's a dummy. She's a complete dummy. You wasting all your time and energy worrying about the Ukraine.
Hey, wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. Stop.
I'm just trying to figure out how was your family structured.
You got me cracking up. Look, Look. Everything you said is right on schedule because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, look, you know, I've seen some wild stuff on these TikTok videos lately. I be like, what the fuck do y'all be posting, man? Like, I've seen some crazy stuff. I guess they think it's comedy, but it ain't comedy, man. The shit just fucking stupid, man. You know, I saw a video a couple weeks ago, man, of a woman, like earlier this week, of a woman that got mad in a restaurant and got mad, jumped in the window, and then when she got out the window, when she got up and jumped out the drive-through window, they showed a picture of her twerking. What do I need to see that for, man? What the fuck is going on?
Them refugees from the Ukraine is about to replace black people, and black people gonna continue to sit up here and attack each other, continue to follow behind racist white liberal women. You complain about the Karen, but you act like the Karen. Tell me how that work.
Hey, you know what? You know what I saw Karen put up the other day on Facebook? She said, "I'm for women's rights, but when it comes to going to war, I want a man to go to war. They don't want to go to no war. So it ain't really equal like you say it is."
They don't want equality. Equality is, listen, woman, you're held accountable. So if you attack a man, expect for that man to fight back. That's true equality. That's true equality. So if you don't want equality, act like a woman. Don't curse and scream at me, and don't raise your fists up at me, and I won't do nothing to you. That's, you see? But it don't, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, this woman's on TikTok. And then they invite, the white people invited her to the show. But my real question would have been like, well, how's your family structure? What you got going on with your family? Are you married? What do your kids eat? What books do your children read?
You have some toes now.
Or something? Like,
they're gonna start calling you a coon.
You
stepping on some toes now, Hannibal.
Be in order before you speak about the Russians and the Ukrainians. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Like, do I want to see other groups of people get killed and get taken out of their homeland? No. But what about us? Didn't that happen to us? And do you see any other groups of people talking about our history? No. Are they fighting for us to get reparations in this country? No. When the Ukrainians come to this country, are they going to sit up here and say, well, you know what? If I'm getting government handouts, I want black people in this country who have been in this country for over 500 years to get government handouts. They're not going to say that because they don't care about us. And are they wrong? No, they're not wrong, because it's called self-preservation, and you need to worry about your group of people before you worry about other groups of people. This is what black people don't get. This is why black people are the most phoniest, disingenuous dummies on this planet. And everybody could play us. Everybody could play us. And we just sit there and take it. Now, I know people hear my voice and they hear what I'm saying, and they're gonna hate me, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. But I'm gonna stand on it every day, all day as a man. I'm standing on my 10 toes all day, every day. Only way y'all gonna stop me is by killing me. That's the only way y'all gonna stop me from talking and doing what I want to do as a black man. Because I'm tired of it, bro. Because everybody thinks somebody needs to bow down to them. I'm not bowing down to black women, white women, or any woman on this planet. I'm not bowing down to any other groups of men on this planet. So if I want to say something, I'm going to say it. Go after those nasty white boys that's over here doing nasty stuff to children. Don't stop worrying about me telling the truth. Go after those people that's out here harming children.
That's right.
That's what y'all need to be focusing on.
Yeah, they doing nasty stuff to them. Shit, and they let them. Hey, they don't mind, let them do nasty stuff to themselves. But
let me say something about that.
It's a mighty funny thing though that what you just was talking about with this situation going on, that everybody talk about black on black crime. Oh, that's such a big. You got people in other countries talking about black on black crime, And this is white on white crime as you team. War. They go to war. They ain't say nothing about no. It ain't no white on white crime. This is white on white war.
They trying to wipe each other out over control.
Facts.
That's all. And you know what? That's not my problem at all. So I won't be sitting here talking about, well, you know, if Russia go into Ukraine, then the gas price is gonna go up from $5 to $10. And that's I'm supposed to be concerned about that.
Let me say something that happened down here in my city yesterday, okay? Let me bring something up. So I was just coming home yesterday, and I was coming home. The guy I know, well, I don't know the guy yet. I don't even know who got shot. Somebody got shot in Sioux City down here. I'm like, what the hell? And I just going all the way home. I'm like, why are we shooting each other in Sioux City for? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here?
What is Sioux City, Bernard? Could you describe it to us?
It's like a Foot Locker or whatever. It's like a shoe store. You go buy shoes and shit.
Okay.
Same thing. It's Foot Locker, DTLR, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what Sioux City is. Like that.
Okay. And what part of town is it in, though? Was it in?
Well, the crazy part, it used to be mostly all us. But behind these apartments, right behind that's been taken over that's the largest Hispanic community in Southside Richmond. Matter of fact, it's the largest Hispanic community in Richmond alone. Yeah. But it used to be mostly black over there.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Every other group is coming in this country and pushing us out. I just don't, for the life of me,
I used to play basketball over there at the center. Damn, I played basketball in like 10 years.
Black people are really annoying the hell out of me, bro. Cause I'm just trying to make up your mind. Either you want to be subservient to other groups of people, or you want power. Which one is it? Cause they moving everybody out of their freaking cities. Why? Listen. Why is it a large Hispanic population in down south? Why? And I'm not talking about Texas. I'm talking about outside of Texas. We was here before them. We didn't build this country, and now they taking over our shit. We about to lose all this freaking history and culture because we refuse to stick together. It's sickening, bro. That's why they eat. That's why they're able to sit up here and come from. You got these goofy Caribbeans coming from the islands, coming over here talking about they started a freaking a music genre. How? In order for you to get hip hop, you need to your reference is blues and jazz. That's something that we created here. That's how you get hip hop.
Well, like you said, they weren't doing hip hop over in their homeland.
Listen, like
they
I
came
said,
over here and used our instruments, our tools, our rhythms. You know what I mean? Like you said, our reference tracks from the jazz, you know, the funk eras, the funk players, the funk era, the rock and roll era, all that. They use all that. But that's what hip hop was rolled up into. They weren't doing it over in their country. They was doing reggae. They whatever stuff they do.
Listen, in order for them to even do reggae, they still had to get their sound here from America.
Yeah.
Reggae is not original to freaking Jamaican shit like that. They still had to get their stuff from here. This is what's pissing me off for black people, man. We keep it up, our history, because we look how phony black people are. March 1st is on Tuesday. Black people been quiet about Black History Month. And I wonder why.
But guess when it's finna come up? St. Patrick's Day. They finna go bananas at St. Patrick's Day. And I think May a Cinco de Mayo.
They got St. Patrick's Day up in store already.
Oh yeah, they finna go bananas for St. Patrick's Day. I'm talking about us so-called black folks. And Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but
that's coming up in May, right?
Yup. When
they finna go bananas with that.
When Barack Obama was president, when his little 8 years of presidency, Black people was proud, and I'm not talking down on this. I respect it. Those 8 years, we was proud to get on the internet and talk about our history here in America and all of that stuff. Once Joe Biden came, that shit just stopped. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It stopped. Black people thought they had a white savior because that's all they've been really looking for was a white savior. I mean, we just went through the month of February, and Black people have been quiet about Black History Month, but they are concerned with the Ukrainians and the Russians. It's a lot of Black families here who don't even know who their great grandparents are. They don't even know where they come from. They probably connected to a lot of these important figures in America, but they refuse to do the work and to preserve that type of history and culture.
Well, Hannibal, add this to that too. What you talking about? This talking point. What you talking? Add the fact that they keep pigeonholing us to just being Black. See, when you do that, you're erasing a lot, like you said, any lineage that you got tied to prior to slavery, being a Negro, being a nigger.
You know
now you're African American and Black.
You know what my buddy just posted? He
What's
posted
up?
that in Poland is accepting refugees, right? But they're not accepting the DACA colored refugees. He said, "Fuck Poland and Ukraine." He put it on his status.
Well, I don't know. I have to check that. I can't make a statement.
But they got more than 45,000 refugees to get moved. I'm telling you that right now. Some of them going to Poland, but I guarantee you some of them coming here.
And Monel, if I'm pronouncing that name right, that person is right. Reggae is a mix of blues, jazz, and funk, and that's
what I said,
our shit.
Country too. I mean, it's mixed with country, rock and roll, blues, jazz. It's mixed with all that.
But we sitting here letting other
give Monel a little credit, Hannibal. You know why? Because Monel is he sent me good information. But I think he's matter of fact, I know he's from the DR, Dominican Republic. Yeah, he sent me good information on a lot of things. But yeah. So it's good you point that out, Monel. On that, you do
us so-called Black Americans would never go down to like I said, Dominican Republic. We never go to Puerto Rico. We never go to Haiti. We never go to Jamaica and try to claim shit on their own land. Something that we had, even though we initiated, we wouldn't be that machoist and have that much, be that rude and that much disrespectful and go on somebody else's land and talk about what you know what I mean, what you start. See, that's why we make us so. That's what make us so special.
And you know, I respect other cultures and other groups of people. I just don't tolerate the disrespect and you come into this country talking about you started something. You ain't started nothing. Only thing you actually got inspired by us, and then you made something up out of it. And just keep it like that.
Right.
Straight up. And you know, listen, man. I don't care what nobody say. We not a part of that African diaspora over there. They ain't. I'm just trying to figure out like what have they created, bro?
There you go.
That we over here is copying. We not imitating them. They imitating us.
Man, this conversation is wow. I was just having this conversation with my boy earlier. We mentioned that about why do when so-called even the women, men, when they get in positions of talking, maybe write a book or author and all this stuff, activism type work, they always bring up, Black and brown, but you ain't gonna see no so-called Hispanic bringing up no Black and brown, no brown and Black collaborative efforts when they're being celebrated. They're not including us into that talking points, but we do it all the time. Why? Why do we do that?
They have the right. They have the right to do that. That's why I'm not listening. If another group wants to preserve themselves, I completely understand it. I would never get mad about that because that's something that we have to do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying why we don't do it.
Always
why when we do it, we put everybody else.
Yeah.
Why do we do it? Okay, let me ask you two gentlemen this, Bernard, Hannibal, and people maybe in the chat. Where do we even get that mindset to do that at the level we do it at?
I think it
Where
was
did that come from?
I may not be right, but I just think the civil rights era turned black men into just straight cowards, bro.
Mm.
Because when I think about it, from 1865 with the Emancipation Proclamation, them, freeing us, whatever. A lot of black men, just wasn't having it here in America. And they was just, if a white person wanted to disrespect them, yes, they was taking their heads off. I mean, it's countless stories of just black men just say, "Nah, I don't feel like dealing with you," and that's the reason why a lot of black men had to relocate up north due to them either killing the white boy or beating his ass. I mean, that's when men were men. Then you come to the civil rights era, it's like you got John Lewis in them. Now we need to, if a white boy kick us in the face, we need to accept it. And we need to have intelligent conversations. Instead of, meeting force with force. A lot of black men just cowards, bro. Like that whole baby boomer generation raised a bunch of cowards. I don't care what nobody say. And I don't want to hear about black gangsterism either. I want to hear that stuff.
You're right.
Is that called raising? Ah.
So
let me bring one thing about this Russia-Ukraine thing, though. I was reading some information right here. And I want to say they keep on talking about they can put sanctions on Russia. You know how much money oil resource Russia got? So when you talk about putting sanctions on a country, you put sanctions on somebody that can't afford it. You ain't hurting Russia too much. So
we really need to be. We need to be us black Americans need to be trying to put sanctions on the Democratic Party. That's what the hell we need to put sanctions on.
You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money to do it.
Who don't? Yeah, we do. We spend it. We give it back to them every year.
Yeah, that's right.
On buying the same shit every year. We buy the same shit to give right back to them.
Yeah, I know, man. Tax season right now. People buying cars and shit. Just relax, man.
People buying cars. Everybody's is pushing this doom and gloom, and this Russian and Ukraine thing is doom and gloom. But I know for a fact people who got bread, money, they out here buying a lot of valuable assets while we sit here on the computer worrying about the Russians and Ukraine. Those the people they winning that life right now, and they gonna continue to win, and their family's gonna be straight 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years. Because they're not trying to hear the bullshit. They like, all right, whatever. I want to see what's going on. Is this property here for cheap? What about this land? Oh, let me buy some gold. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me invest in the latest technology and stuff that's about to come next year, 5 years, or 10 or 20 years. They don't care about the political BS because that's gonna be here. That's here to distract you, get you caught up in the madness.
Well, I tell you what. That's very interesting that you said that. Let me say something. Gotta get my stuff together. But yeah, that's all very interesting. I just had been bringing up topics. I've been to New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey over a week, and I've been back home. Went to Baltimore, so I had to cross through DC. Very interesting when you go up and down the East Coast. There's a truckers convoy coming. People get on that side of the coast, get ready, and everybody just relax and hold your horses, enjoy the ride. Look, They say to live doesn't mean you're alive, and hey, I'm alive because what I've been saying for a long time is coming to fruition. So I feel like I'm alive. If I ain't accomplished one thing, I was able to accomplish everything I said that was going to happen. It's been coming almost like a charm. People say, you must be a fortune teller. No, I'm not. I just been reading and researching. You could have did the same thing.
Yeah.
Call me every name in the book. And
You know
want to
what's
call Hannibal every name in the book. You want to call Shaq and everybody in his chat every name in the book. But we had to take, like Dick Gregory would say, you got to put your magic glasses on. You got to have a third eye. I'm not talking about no damn Cyclops and shit. Let me talk about that Cyclops, actually, though. I want to bring that up, that myth, that thing about the Cyclops. So they made it look like it was a scary monster. No. Just like The Simpsons. You think it's a cartoon, but The Simpsons actually talked about this Russian-Ukraine invasion in 1998. I was just reading something about that the other day. So nothing, don't
it's
fall
nothing
on the
new.
tree. You just got to
Yeah.
open your mind and stop being spooked out. That's why you say you got to feel a lot of cowards. And cowards, they get scared by fear. Like you talk about fear factor. It is a fear factor. The fear factor is that you don't want to open your mind to think outside the box. Even in the Matrix, the movie told you to think outside of the box. The Oracle. It's kind of easy. But making calculated predictions.
Every 100 years.
But
now I don't know, but there's definitely a major. Let's say the last 200 years, there's been a major cleansing of blood shedding. 1921. What happened in 1921?
World War I? No. No, I ain't it. You hear me? Shaq, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Was it World War I?
I'm just asking people in the chat. They smarter than me. I want to see some people gonna answer. 1921, what happened? Significantly, that happened in 1921.
Oh, can't remember. I mean, Tulsa. Oh, the Tulsa bombing. That's right.
Okay. What happened 2021? Is that 100 years? Or 2,100 years? Either or. What happened in 2001 and 2021? Huh?
Shoot. 2021, you had black churches getting bombed. You can pull up the article on that. Black churches.
No, I'm talking about. Hold on. We had the pandemic.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about black churches getting bombed. Since we were talking about Tulsa.
But I'm talking about in general. That black churches, but I'm talking about in general. A lot of death. A large number of people died.
Well, if you want to say a large
2021.
amount of people died, I would go with World War I before Tulsa, Oklahoma, because it really wasn't that many people, man. We exaggerate that story a little bit too much. So if you want to compare World War I to the pandemic, then that's accurate. But if you want to go with like the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombings and something like a church shooting, then yeah. But this whole fear mongering thing, I'm starting to get tired of it. Listen, so 2001, when the towers fell, everybody thought we was going to World War III. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying.
So why I still haven't seen World War III? Saddam Hussein got killed. Osama didn't get killed. I mean, come on, man.
When was World War I and World War II?
I think World War I was probably in the early 20s. Because I know they had the War of 1919, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably. It was still going on.
And I think the World War II happened after that. I mean, World War I.
Let me look it up.
No, World War I was 1914.
1914, yeah, and in November 1918, yep. So that's my fault for saying World War I. But yeah, it wasn't Tulsa bombing.
But I'm just saying,
you know what? And after World War I, guess what happened?
Uh-huh.
They had the Spanish flu in 1918. Somewhere in there, I knew something was.
Yeah, it happened around that time. You're right.
Well, you know what? He kind of right about this. World War III started in 2000. Well, I tell you this, about 2001. That was the end of your privacy. And they created the Department of Homeland Security, which is one of the most treacherous organizations of all time. But yeah, that's right. Hamilton originally looked like you and I. Let's see. I just want to make sure everything. Everybody got some great
But
comments.
yeah, I was just correlating it that if you go like we just went back into some of the timelines that there's definitely significant acts of massive carnage, deliberate. Not we ain't talking about like a Mother Nature type thing. That's going to happen. Mother Nature cleanses itself, does things to cleanse, whatever. But we talking about deliberate acts of force, human force, carnage.
Well, I just want to say this. Really tell you, we are the force of nature, and we got to keep it going. They got to run, but I want y'all to give out your last word, salutations, all that other stuff. Because just like, like I told you, I got the guy working on the car, it take his mind to know how to be a mechanic. Because daggone Richmond Ford and these dealerships will rip your ass the hell off. They tried to charge me $400 to put 2 sensors on the goddamn tire. I said, "Are you crazy?" Go ahead.
If people want to subscribe to my channel, only way you can do that, I have to post a link. After this video is done, I'm gonna post my link in the comments of this video and subscribe to me. On there, I'm just talking about, random stuff, sports. I was gonna keep it sports related, but I just couldn't. So I'm just gonna talk about, Black people in general, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Also, I'm gonna start, doing things about food and stuff like that. Just keep it a little entertaining. So, subscribe, like, and that's all I gotta say.
All right, go ahead, Shaq.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you young gentlemen coming on and giving your opinions, voicing your opinions, man, and your observations of life in general. Yeah, you guys can catch me, man, like CL Smooth 81 on Instagram, man. YouTube, it's I think it's CL Smooth Live on YouTube. But like I said, I keep saying I'm gonna do some videos, but I don't know, man. This internet shit, man, I know it's addictive. It's hella addictive. I don't know. I say I'm gonna start posting some more videos because I do want to do this Diaries of a Diabetic series I want to do, because man, we dying. Put it pretty much like that. We dying. And if we wanted to go to war, our asses couldn't go to war anywhere because we a lot of us is disease ridden. So with that being said, man, I sure appreciate the platform, Bernard.
Thank you, sir.
My motto, baby, roll with the goddamn punches, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, you give me a King BJ Johnson right here, kingbjfitness.com, kingbjmedia.com. Was it $1919? BJ is Cash App. Instagram Bernard 1121. King BJ Fitness 32. And I gotta get some other stuff going. I'm starting to use my other channel more. Still gotta work on a couple other things that we gotta get done. But nevertheless, let me go ahead and wrap up so I can get this car done. So I ain't trying to be sitting here all day waiting on it, but I might want to get this cover gasket fixed. I mean, it's not a rush, but you get it done when you get it done. Shit. Richmond Ford wanted to do it, but they wanted to charge like $250. Shit. Cost of labor and parts, baby. They always get you when you go there to get your stuff done. So it is what it is. But you take your time, Shaq, and have a great day. Hannibal, peace out, brother.
All right, I'll holler.
Yes, sir.